Welcome, welcome. There we go. Alright, mic works. Let's hope this whole setup works. The match is scheduled to start. Well, now, but obviously the players aren't quite ready yet. I'm not in game just yet. Still need to work out a little thing. I just made a change to the audio. Is it fine? Sounds fine, I think. Here's hoping. Alright, go ahead and hop in game. I do want to hear how I sound on stream, so I'll have that open for a bit. Should be broadcasting now. There we go. Exactly 2 minutes of uptime. Let me see if the players are in. They are.
What's your name?
User. That's an ad, right? Alright, just change something on the audio again. Because hearing my voice with this setup is really annoying. Believe it or not. Are they really gonna play on the EU servers? Those are the ones that are all in now. I suppose so? They might just be testing it in there, and then we're gonna move over to the US one. That's what I figure. I just pressed Windows D. Good. Didn't do anything. Let's hope Microsoft Edge's browser didn't get okay. It still gives me an ad. Nice. And nothing's actually happening in game. It's just a warm up. They're not gonna start playing until they switch servers, I think. They are indeed on US or the EU server. At least I think so. The game's apparently been live for 10 minutes. I doubt that's right. And I just end the stream. No. Good. I may have forgotten the binds to page up, page down. I think that's actually it. Can't exactly. Camera's a little frozen on this guy. I don't know how to change that. Probably exiting and coming back. I can only assume the game isn't live yet. The team said they weren't ready. They haven't said anything back to me, so they really shouldn't be playing the actual game quite yet. team said they weren't ready. They haven't said anything back. Oh, there we go. They really. I have no idea how long I was muted just then. Gonna be honest. Alright. I don't want to join Clan US server 1 server yet. It'll just mess up and I'll get stuck in there and have to alt F4. Because, you know, spectating. Oh, I think the game just ended. I might just be waiting for LEMU at this point. I don't have a ship. Just gonna go ahead back to the wait screen. It's either the wait screen or starting at empty servers. There we go, I think everybody's ready. So soon as they start entering the server, there we go. One respondent so far. I gotta enter TeamSpeak. Not where my TeamSpeak button is, there we go. What do I think of the two new ships, Venture and Pioneer? The Venture is probably one of the most satisfying ships to fly, because just you feel when you launch those rockets like there's no tomorrow. It's just ground-shakingly good, and all the other weapons are the same. Hey, you ready to go?
Alright. Just a second, I'm bringing Fox up here. Hey guys. Fox, are you ready?
Yeah, we're all ready.
Alright, I would say we'll each give Rainbow our team comps. We're doing quick. I said my guys are taking a quick potty break, and then we'll be ready. So I know that probably just went on the live stream. So
It's all good.
all right. So
Hi, Rainbow. Okay.
How's it going?
Goes good. Did Fajiri get in contact with you yet with our lineup?
Yep, I got it.
Rainbow, you'll be getting our lineup in just 1 second. So other than that, once I get message, I said I'm going to go take advantage of our break, and then we'll be back. And I'm trying not to listen to the team comp that he was reading off.
I'm showing it off? Question mark?
Sorry, that was a joke. All right.
Okay.
Here's what. All right, Rainbow, I'm sending you it now. Have you? So you've already got theirs. So.
Yep.
I hope that puts a smile on your face. All right, so Fox, we'll be. Said, oh, please say we're not already in a server. Is there people? Are there people in it already? Oh, it sounds like LEMU.
We did join up the server. We thought you guys were close to ready.
Right.
So we were in there, and then the match started like by itself, annoyingly. So we all ditched out of that.
All right, so I'm going to go make sure all my guys are ready, and I'm going to take advantage of the bathroom break, being as I was taking this time to go talk to you guys. Message
me on Steam as soon as you're ready, okay?
All right. If you guys want to pull out of the server,
yeah, we will.
I'll message you when it's time for us to join.
Okay.
19.6, I'm muting, there we go. So I'd say about however long a potty break is. As you may have learned from context. I'm glad I made this wait screen. Pretty useful. That first ship's really getting its model shown, that's for sure. May as well take this opportunity to answer any questions if you have in the chat. I know you're going to see this 2 minutes later, and it'll probably be very close to when I actually have to start the game or something, but I'm sure that'll be a little bit of time to answer any random questions. I will say stuff about the teams. The He3 is, and actually He3 and LEMU are both teams that are stem from the beginning of my career in, if you could say that, in Fracture Space. Back in November, not shortly thereafter, they started up. LEMU is an offshoot of the Phoenix clan. I believe it's one of their teams. And He3 is an offshoot of Spartan. I believe both teams were made specifically for this tournament, but I'm not too sure what the inner workings of that actually was. And myself being on the team Loa, which is going to face the winner of this match, I can only hope a good fight is had. I hope they have fun, because I know I'm going to have fun next game. In a few days, probably. And I did not answer what I thought of the Pioneer. I don't really like small ships like that, because, you know, I play the Hunter mainly, and that's a big attack craft that can actually deal damage and stuff. So, frigate and all those, I'm not too keen on those. Corvette and Disruptor are different because they're actually actual support ships. They have straight up healing and stuff. So they're fine. He wasn't wrong, by the way. I did get a smile on my face when I saw their team count, which will be revealed later. If you're getting any lag on the wait screen, by the way, it's not you. It was inherent lag from when the video was made. It could play some really cheesy music, like a polka or something. Oh, I don't remember where I kept that. Oh, here it is. Ah, Super Polka. It's gonna be good. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. And yeah, it's a 49-second song with the accompaniment of the Fractured Space and starting chord. The accompaniment of the Fractured Space theme, I'm sure it was pretty good. You know, assuming you actually heard it. I can never be too sure. I literally only got 5 songs, cover like 10 minutes or so. And yeah, they're all free and whatnot. I'm gonna play one called Ouroboros. You guys are lucky, they're in game. Almost ready to start, I believe. I should probably figure out how to actually do that one thing again. I should really stop clicking all those 6 buttons there. I'm pretty sure it's not one of those. "45-ish seconds. Time to go to the forums because I remember. Quick, AP, what did you send me? Firefox, quick, open up. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, Golden Sea. Well, we have started the match here, and He3 versus LEMU has just begun. Finally, for the first time, literally ever, these teams are going. We got the Corvette just moved out on the He3 side, moving to their nearest mining base on the He3 side. Overall, we have 2 Corvettes, 2 Brawlers, and an Enforcer. That's a lot of stopping power on those Brawlers. Those Corvettes will no doubt do great if they're paired up with the Brawlers. And the Enforcer is just there for good measure. On the LEMU side, we have a Disruptor, 2 Hunters, an Enforcer, and a Brawler. A lot of stopping power on that Brawler, just like the other side. With a Disruptor, great for maneuverability, especially with these other 3 ships that are also very good for maneuverability. I would think this match is favoring LEMU at the moment, simply because they have more maneuverability, but I don't want to say that. I know both these teams are actually really good. Small interjection going on here. The Enforcer on LEMU's side, Rakoa, has gotten a little bit too risky and gone past the Brawler's view. However, the Kurt has also been hooked on by the Brawler and is being taken in. Neither side is really dealing too much more damage, but Rakoa is going down sooner, having taken volleys a bit faster. Rakoa goes down, despite a little bit in favor of He3, but still 2 ships remaining for both sides. Belgard Max Gold takes a good volley to the face, with the Corvette far behind the Brawler, trying to do all he can. The Brawler left on the He3 side in the beta lane, trying to take down Belgard Max Gold, finishing off what I believe Kurt had started. But he is almost able to do it. He was not quite there. 10 points of damage or more would have turned that fight, I'm sure. As Vialer runs away, as he rightfully should in a Corvette. Fairly well aimed volley, but surprisingly little damage going out from Kurt onto the Hunter. Belgard Maxwell pulling the Enforcer away from friendlies and then dying to the next volley. Rakoa could have had a much better volley, but the Enforcer, or the Brawler, pulled him away. Kurt's putting a good volley onto Rakoa. Rakoa returning the favor, I'm sure. Corvette getting heal off just in time, but is unable to. I really want to find that keybind again so I can have a free cap. Rakoa going to go down, no doubt. Even if he goes after that Corvette, won't be able to take it out. Now just Fijiri left. I don't know which blink he has. Range blink, so he's gonna be out of there as soon as he can. There's no chance this Brawler will catch that Hunter. Fijiri just wanted to capture the mining base first, as he jumps out and will make it out, no doubt. Jumping home, knowing he's not too risky because he's not very close to the enemies at all. Takes a bit longer, but if you jump home, you can jump to anywhere immediately. Whereas if you just straight up use your normal jump to your base, you'll have to leave a cooldown on it. However, Fox in the Hunter is being taken down by Dasein and Operator in the deadly combo of the Brawler Corvette. Fox really in close. No shooting going on right now. It's weird. They probably because Dasein was disarmed by the Disruptor. Fox jumped out all the way over there. As expected, the Disruptor follows suit. Dasein wanted to go more aggressive towards the enemy base, but realized he won't make it very far, so he jumps back home and over to the enemies as the Corvette strangely takes on the entire force. Possibly assuming the Brawler was right behind him or near or something, or will get here sooner. He tries to jump out. Fox not caring about the kill, possibly could have gotten it or dealt a lot of damage at least. As Fox pushes back He3 in the lane. Gets a bit of control in the lane for his team. Whereas his other lane is being dominated by He3 at the moment. But maybe not for too long, only one brawler here, stationed in the center mining base. Enforcer comes in trying to help out. Tajiri won't make it out of this unless he can really quickly blink out right now. As the concuss of the brawler fades, he can blink out once more. And now Southern Wolverine will not live in this fight because he is such low health after that healings with the Hunter. He will go down to this brawler, no doubt. Hehe. Not much is happening right yet. One Disruptor Hunter really making their presence known in Alpha. Wanting to push up very aggressively and try to take out whoever they can. I assume this is the only maneuver to try and push back the enemy to force them to relieve control of the lane. The reinforcements come in for He3. Both brawlers are here. 2 concusses on that Hunter mean he's not going anywhere. And with no allies to jump to, Gravy 07 will not last long in this Disruptor. The heal drones are barely managing to keep him alive, but Southern Wolverine was too close for too long and the Disruptor goes down. I do want to take this opportunity real quick while they're doing that and check these messages, make sure I know how to do that one thing that you might call free cam. Page up, page down, alright. Try those. Now the Gamma fight comes up, right. But both teams have almost all come into here. One not showing up from He3 side. But really good engagement for He3 as Fury got in way too close to his brawlers and goes down right away almost. But the other brawler, Belgar Master, under heavy fire from both brawlers, not going to be able to do anything. As LEMU seems to be crumbling under the pressure, they aren't able to take down a single ship. Rakoa and the Enforcer unable to deal damage quite yet, tries to go after the support of He3 but was too far away, could not deal any damage. Gravy 07 up there in his Disruptor trying to have his steel drones out as much as he can, but they aren't helping too much. I don't see them on the field quite yet. Tajiri is back in the fight, and Gravy 07 now is trouble. He needs to blink out. He just got concussed, so he will not be able to do anything. Deadly brawlers right now. Already past half health. And Jiri again in way too close, jumps out just in time this time. With no concuss available for these brawlers, they were able to take him down. I don't believe LEMU has a lot of control over Gamma right now. This is pretty worrying. They need to be able to lock down control of Gamma for the next ones at least. LEMU has given up on Gamma and they've decided to defend Beta instead from the one person who went over there. The only Enforcer on Helion 3 side. Rakoa versus Kurt. Rakoa took a big fall to the front armor. Has a little bit less health, but if that Hunter can land a few shots, he will be able to win. Rakoa and Kurt maneuvering just well enough to get the armor hit of his enemies and not take too much damage on his own armor. I didn't see too much broken armor on his ship. I'm not sure he either was maneuvering that well or was aimed at very well, unfortunately. Both teams at a stand-up at the moment. There we go, now it works. Alright, success boys! Nothing in this lane, we're gonna head on over to Alpha. Well, they just started shooting. Other side. And I'd rather have the free cam for this, it's so much better, trust me. Operator firing on Fox a little bit. Fox trying to capture that disruptor, I believe. That's a disruptor, yes, the disruptor jumps to him, trying to capture this mining base at the very least, without trying to take a fight with this hefty force of a brawler Corvette. Fox under a little bit of fire from Corvette, but it's not too bad. The brawler harpoons the disruptor, I believe he did. But he might be too far away to actually utilize that. Fox jumps out as expected with his blink up behind the rock, so there's no point in chasing him. Gravy, way too close, just goes down. The concussed from the brawler taking down his blink, and Gravy, or Hunter, leaves as well. This other lane, at the other side of the lane. It seems we have the remnants of a fight. Kurt just took down. I didn't quite see who it was, might have been Fajiri, but He3 just wins the lane after what seems like a pretty good fight, especially for them. Over half health brawler and enforcer, very low health. Probably get off a good volley before he goes down. Bellegarde Maxwell the only enemy in their path. Kurt retreating to heal up. Southern Wolverine will not win this fight against this brawler, unless of course he gets the help of a Corvette friend. Now Maxwell is a bit scared, I'm sure. He3 have the upper hand in this lane, and overall it's an extremely even game. 500 resources difference for both teams, with a very slight lead on He3's side. The brawlers get to their respective sides of the mining station. Conquest goes out. Southern Wolverine wouldn't have been able to do anything there either way. He's not returning fire. There's the return fire a little bit. It might probably be too late unless the Corvette, which misses the heal. There's the heal proper, actually. As he gets it properly, Bellegarde Maxwell retreating, trying to get out, go to the other lane possibly. He had two friends here, I'm not sure why he retreated. As both LEMU members are now going after the Corvette, a very wise decision. Enforcer and Brawler out of range. Corvette cannot defend itself very easily. Trying to jump out to save itself at the last possible second. It does! It manages to get out somehow, with 5% health or so. And now LEMU almost don't have a chance. They focused all their efforts on that Corvette, and now they're paying for it. As they all crumble. They actually did manage to get into the team base. LEMU did. I missed that one. A Hunter Brawler. Ooh, that's a deadly mobile combo. Very good for doing this exact thing. Fox going to take this harpoon, I believe. Yep, he gets hit by it, but starts getting sucked in. Gamma 2 coming up soon. This is a very bad idea for LEMU to have done. They will have to contribute to this fight whether they want to or not with their lives. And now they do not have 2 extra members for Gamma, but they may not need it. He3 a bit slow on the uptake, on actually getting to Gamma. Fajiri and Bellegarde here for LEMU's side, as more members jump in for both sides. Kurt will get off one last volley before he goes down, almost taking down Fajiri as the brawler comes in to finish him off. Bellegarde Maxwell trying to go after that Corvette, which is extremely close to the fight. Operator doing a very risky fake out once again, but unable to do it this time. He goes down for the next 30 seconds, possibly. Bellegarde Maxwell now will go down after a very good kill on that Corvette. Rakoa needs to stall for time for his teammates to come back. The second Corvette on that time, on He3's side, however, was taking up all his time, all his efforts, and LEMU, Fox, only person at Gamma right now, a bit too late, hoping to snipe someone off if he can. No one gives him the opportunity though, and he jumps off to whichever lane he wants. Yeah, I thought I was on the other side of this lane. Oh, hello. And now a big push in beta for He3. The same lane they had before, a Brawler Corvette and Enforcer. Jerry, the only respondent so far, seeing this push coming. The other two members of the lane of He3 in the other lane. Forget which way I have to press to actually get to Alpha. A Brawler Corvette in this lane, I believe. Once again going at it. Dasein and the Brawler going down at the moment to the Hunter Disruptor, getting a bit overzealous. Corvette is managing to heal him up though, as Fox does a very good blink towards this Corvette, which is now caught out in the open. He will likely try to maneuver around that station and block the line of sight. He will successfully do that. And now it's almost a standoff. Very immobile team versus a very mobile team. Both ships get concussed, and Gravy has no chance but to die. No choice but to die, rather. Fox now will take a lot of damage before he can properly blink out. A lot of damage relative towards their base. That is forcing them to act on that. Forcing He3 to act on that, or else they will lose a lot of F on their base. That's not too good. LEMU now being very offensive with Beta as well. But He3 and Alpha are turning the favor, and Beta, we may see a base rush here. Both teams have flopped sides on the forward bases. Rocco was the first one to enter the enemy base, as the other team also have two members. One member responding to Rocco will mean LEMU needs to return to their base. They cannot stay and try and take the enemy base. They have no chance. Fox comes in and a Hunter needs to blink into that sphere as soon as he can to slow down the capture. I believe He3 still has Gamma 2. It might be running out soon though. Gravy over there as well. They will stop this capture. He3 does not have Gamma 2 anymore. Or else they would still be capping this. 4 members versus the 2, or 3 members versus the 2 now. Gravy gets concussed at a very far distance from the Brawler. Gets pulled in and will take a lot of damage because he's not there yet. He could blink out. He did not blink out, however, to a friendly, possibly because he couldn't target one. But this is a lot of pressure being put on the enemy base right now. So the Wolverine somehow still alive. Belgar Max will expose the front armor and will go down. Kurt now right next to Southern Wolverine with 3 members versus 2 members in LEMU. They're still capping his base, He3. With a Corvette now assisting them. The second Corvette likely on the way. Another Hunter for LEMU goes down. Last Hunter, last remaining member for LEMU now alive. But is unable to do it. That final push, that one choice from both teams to push out and capture the enemy base, cost LEMU the game. They did not have enough resources to devote to that push. They didn't have enough resources to defend from the resulting push of the enemy. A great game by both teams. I'm gonna have a zip this drink now, as my throat's already a bit sore. There we go. 17 kills on Southern Wolverine. That is an impressive amount, to say the least. and 16 kills on the Corvette. Anything else that's outstanding? Surprisingly even amount of captures all over the HE3 side, considering I would have expected the Enforcer rather to have the most captures, since this is the most mobile ship. However, they must have been utilizing it for more damage, or you know, guerrilla tactics, whatever. And the most captures going out to the Corvette on the HE3 side, running 16 assists on the LR also, and a surprising 9 captures on the Fox as the Hunter. It's not very often you see such a high amount of captures on the side that loses. 6 captures on the Disruptor, also very well done by him. Expected low amount on the Brawler. Unfortunately, they just couldn't win fights quite as well as HE3. I'll have to go over the footage later and really determine why they lost. Can't say I know now. It's free 100 credits for me. I can't close it. Oh, it's probably just lagged a bit. Both teams now going over their next game, I believe. And what they want to do, what things they want to put to the table. As my chair's rolling over everything in the room. I'll have to unhook that later, it's a bit stuck. A great game from both teams in that first match. Very equal. I remember noting that both teams were just about the 13,000 resource mark. I didn't check at the end, unfortunately. I did notice their levels, and they were all the same level, all level 7. I suppose He3's tactic of go tanky really did work out for them. We could have some refreshing polka after that, if you guys want. If you guys really want. Or some disco or whatever else I have. One of those 5 songs. I think I'll spare you. I don't think their teams are going to be down for too long. It will definitely be interesting to see if He3 will change their tactic. They want to go more mobile this time, instead of quite as tanky. The reason that worked, I believe, is because the reason HE3 won the last game, they had such a tanky setup, those 2 brawlers. They aren't mobile, but they deal damage. They were able to be flown in such a way that the 2 hunters, surprisingly, the other side, couldn't outmaneuver them, they got too close too much. Those harpoons really did their numbers, especially taking out Gravy and the Disruptor. Knocking out the entire support structure of the enemy team. Of course, 2 Corvettes don't hurt when you're in a fight, all that healing. But in so saying, I did not see Zialar, I believe his name was, very much. I didn't remember noting him. I remember noting the other one, which for some reason now I can't remember the name of. Which makes sense, obviously. I've heard back from He3, just LEMU to go. As soon as they start entering the server, I can go in, or else I'm going to have to Alt F4, which I don't want to do. But I'll probably forget to turn on recording again. Oh, what can you say? I had a request. What is this song? Ooh la la. Nice and funky. My voice is probably very much louder than it. It's a 4-minute song, by the way. This is what Tajiri's doing to us right now. He's not giving me the team comp, so I'm making you all listen to this funky music. Funky free music, no less. Blame Tajiri for your ears being graced by such great music, of course. Still no word from LEMU. And strangely no one's... Okay, there we go, I just got word from LEMU. They are ready. You're welcome. I closed it on the end of the beat. Still no one going to the servers yet. Garg! Oh, that song is actually on the standing repairable? Well. Now it's here too, how about that? I'm not sure why neither team is joining a server. It baffles me. There we go. Now we can actually join properly. As the ships creak at us. And other ships load in. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All members are in. Possibly Av in the chat. I have no idea how my accents sound. I've never actually tested them, so I probably just made you all deaf or something. Just waiting for all members to ready up and hopefully their nerves aren't too high for this US decider match. 1 more minute, folks. If He3 can take this, they move on to being the US winner and will face the EU winner, which is Loa. Now that fight I'm looking forward to, not only because I'm in it, but if LEMU can take this, it will be maybe the second match, I believe, that is actually goes on to a 2-1 in someone's favor. I really hope LEMU take this. I really want to see a good fight. Here we go. I forgot I actually want to get to the lane. There we go. I are good Custer. As we see, both lineups are now set. A hunter, 2 hunters on LEMU's side, a disruptor and a corvette, and a brawler. That corvette's definitely going to help out that brawler, as we saw last game. And those 2 hunters are definitely going to like that disruptor. I assume their lane splits are similar. On the He3 side, we have 2 brawlers, 2 corvettes, and an enforcer once again. Same things going out for them. The brawler coming in to help out when the enemies are actually there oh yeah, there's a switch on the map. LEMU and Fox, or Gravy and Fox now here against the 3 members. LEMU not being very aggressive in either lane. They're being very aggressed in Alpha, but they're going to have to be very defensive in order to deal with this. That Corvette can stay very far away back and heal, since the heal beam is just so long. The range is quite far, 20 kilometers or so, possibly more. However, the Disruptor can blink 20 kilometers or more, which they now just blink very aggressively over to that Corvette. After learning from last game, they do not want that Corvette on the field. Kurt, I do not believe, has a boost, so he will not be able to get there in time. Vyala are now trying to dodge around the station. Pretty effectively so far, I gotta say. Grave is the only one that can shoot Vyala, but alright, I think this means LEMU will have to run away, unless they did manage to isolate 2 members of the enemy team, so this may be a very good fight, especially after a volley like that, completely missed. Kurt's trying to go after Gravy, so Fox has free reign, especially since Fox is blocking that heal beam, hopefully intentionally. This 50% reduction shield damage reduction will help him, will help Kurt out so much though. Gravy now taking a little bit of damage, but that won't matter. Heal drones are on Fox. Fox will take no damage. PD is up from both enemy teammates. Heal drones are going down slowly. They will soon be insignificant, whereas the Corvette rather is completely still in the fight and ready to go. Now the damage will start being applied to both teams. Gravy taking a large portion of the damage, probably going to be finished out by that Corvette more than anything else. Kurt will possibly go down. Gravy doing some gymnastics over there. Still goes down, despite getting a 10 out of 10 from the judges. And now Fox is alone, he will likely blink out. I did not notice over there, the other hunter was taking out the brawler very successfully. As Fox probably blinked out, I don't know where, oh, to their main base. That's gonna need some sort of acting from He3. or else they might lose a mining base in their main base, and that's just annoying. Fijiri now being sucked in by Southern Wolverine. He did not get the concuss off though, so Fijiri easily makes it out of there. Fox still alive over there, doing very well. Heal drones have now been applied to him, so he can go ahead and fight as long as he pleases. Southern Wolverine taking a lot of damage and really should go to the other lane and check out that one, but this fight is so intense. Vialar is now under heavy fire, which does not have a shield available, I believe. Has no reinforcements at the moment. Not sure what happened to the enforcer. He must have jumped out at some point, or possibly died to Fox over time. Vialar trying to live as long as he can. I don't know why he hasn't escaped quite yet. It would have been very prudent for him to do so. He had ample time to while he was being very inaccurately shot by the enemies. Kurt now rushes in here, trying to take out the disruptor, but he boosts a bit too far. Doesn't blink quite at the right time to slow himself down. As the Corvette for Helium 3 side goes down, the disruptor blinked out, I believe, yes, over there, as he exchanged places with the Hunter. Now the disruptor has to deal with a brawler, and that's good luck on him. Fijiri doing very good tactic and keeping some range on Kurt, so he cannot do anything. Maybe managing to get out of there with his blink coming off cooldown, but the Kurt with the good blink gets Fijiri off balance. There's a fly buzzing around me. And now Kurt's right next to Gravy as well, but unable to capitalize on it as he goes after Fox instead. He noticed those heal drones and didn't want any part of that. Kurt being oddly far away. He's just been detected. That's going to be so much help for him. Not really. As Fijiri now comes back in, Fox blinks aggressively over to their main base. An interesting tactic to switch out like that. Now both members of LEMU, a Hunter and a Disruptor, are now in the main forward base, and it's annoying to say the least, but they're not going to get very much done at levels 2 and 0. The Disruptor being at level 2. We have a small fight over there, which I believe Fijiri will win, having greater range advantage. Both LEMU members get concussed. Let's see if Southern Wolverine can do anything about that. Gravy cannot blink out any useful members are too far away. Fox, if he can get out of there, he did a very good job. That range blink over to that mining base. That was an extremely good thing, in my opinion. It forced a response for some reason from He3. 4 members are now in, or well, indestructible members are now in Alpha dealing with LEMU, as I leave Beta alone for LEMU to cap. And LEMU doing a great job on mining bases right now, having almost all of them on the map captured. He3 now have Alpha under lock and key. I'll finally go over and see what's happening in Beta. Kurt just got here, rushing out with his boost, hoping a teammate will be behind him to capture that closer mining base, I presume. He tries to capture this middle mining base. Not much is happening in this lane. This is why it was in the other lane, I guess. That sign in the brawler. Probably gonna go after that one. Kurt's gonna have to be defensive because it's gonna be a long time before he gets that brawler to actually help him. Gamma's coming up soon. Both teams should be able, or should be very defensive. Belgard already responding to the call, as He3 are already on the point. For the small rocks, here we go. They're already small fight over Gamma is commencing. Not much happening. Brawler is needing to get in there to really seal the deal and own Gamma, which Belgard is doing very nicely. This Corvette needs to duck, dive, dodge, dip, duck out of there. As Southern Wolverine gets in there and probably going to take out Belgard Maxwell as he focused too much attention on the Corvette. Gets a heal from his friend, repairing that side armor invaluably. what else is happening here? We have the other Corvette from HE3 here. Battleguard Maxwell, I believe, just went. Oh, never mind. Probably the Corvette. As now, two brawlers are pounding down on that lone LEMU brawler. As he goes down, as that Kirk Wu will go down, no doubt. Fajiri going to go down to these dual brawler beasts. Again, Gamma just leaving Operator here to capture it. Sending the two brawlers home to defend the base. I heard fire. Fox and Gravy and the very mobile hunter combo got in there and forced a response from HE3. Not very effectively though, because they already lost Gamma. They tried to do something. This is a very good thing to do, however. They knew they lost Gamma, and now these two brawlers will have no part of any other fight before Gamma 1 is over. It'll take way too long for them to get to any lane and push out far enough. In other words, they cannot utilize Gamma 1 very effectively now. They have maybe maximum 30 seconds. In this lane we have, once again, a brawler and Corvette of LEMU's own brand, I suppose, going up against a brawler Corvette. On the other side, the LEMU's Corvette saw he was way too far up, and he knew he could not capture that mining base before actually dying, of course. And you can see Belger Maxwell being pretty defensive in how he moves. He did not want to trade out there and getting close to that Corvette, even though he got the harpoon off. So he very wisely jumps out instead of wasting his life. Kirk Wu probably could have healed him, but Kirk Wu would not be able to deal DPS as Operator would have. It's a small amount of DPS, but certainly would have helped. Small fight over here. Fajiri going down to almost going down, the Blink saving him, but still healing doesn't quite happen that quickly when you're in combat. And now it's Fox and Gravy in their own, doing their own thing over there, trying to do the best they can to stem this tide. They're not going to be able to do much because Vialar will heal up any damage they do pretty much right now, because they won't be able to shoot him. The harpoon did go off. Fox hoping to not be in the cuss range before he blinks out, but he's not able to blink out fast enough. He gets hit by everything this HE3 force has to offer. Concuss, shock from that Enforcer, disabling blink for ever longer, and a disarm goes out on Kurt, which was a strange decision, seeing, oh wow, complete gank basically on that Enforcer. Just as he tries to jump out, just gets destroyed. Southern Wolverine now in a long range fight against Fajiri. Southern Wolverine will not win, but Fajiri needing to either capture that base or run away, because enemies are encroaching in this one, I believe. Yes, in Dasein and the Brawler trying to jump out but dying also. No, never mind, I saw explosions where they weren't. He manages to get out, probably taking a lot of damage. HE3 retreat to take that lane back. I have to scroll all the way back up here. They managed to defend their place in this lane so far. Operator needs to heal Southern right now. He can't. Probably on cooldown. He has the normal heal, I believe, which is a much longer cooldown, but also much longer burst. And now it's just a Corvette versus a Brawler. That's to be expected. LEMU managing to take over this bit of the lane again, but Back down we go. Enemies do manage to get in here, an Enforcer and a Brawler. Pretty hefty combo. Kirk Wu is the only respondent so far. He's not going to get much done. Yell are coming to help out HE3. HE3 is now in basically a death push. They either do this, they either win this push or lose. Because Gambit 2 is coming up. If they will lose this push right now, they are not able to capture it. They will lose ships as well. The only thing is, how many ships can they take with them? Well, it's going to be interesting to see who handles Gamma right here. Dasein getting pulled in, getting really close to that Corvette. Veal are getting out of there with a lot of life left. Dasein not able to do anything to that Corvette, as Belgard's over here trying to take down that Enforcer. 2 ships have now gone down for HE3, and Gamma is all LEMU's to take. No doubt too late, HE3 tries to come in here with 2 really slow ships. Probably they will not make it into the field in time. Gamma 2 gets dealt out to LEMU. As both these ships are now in risk on the HE3 side. Brawler twice jumping out. Corvette. Tajiri really wanting that Corvette kill, would have been really nice to have. Now in a very nice side push during Gamma from LEMU, they push all the way to the forward mining base. Only now being responded to. They need reinforcements, so they will get crushed and lose Gamma. 2 Brawlers, 2 Corvettes, and the Enforcer. The entire enemy team is here defending this push. Tajiri gets out. He's basically safe right now. Fravy, not quite so lucky. Couldn't get the blink off. I didn't see where Tajiri went off to. Or Fox with it? Yeah, Fox rather. Fox unable to retreat quite so long. Oh, barely survives after that volley from the freaking Enforcer. For Vecchio, a bit too much for that Enforcer to deal. He started backing away a little bit too early. But Fox still did go down, losing Gamma 2. Did manage to do a lot though. I don't think any members for HE3 have died yet. Another Mexico. Still with Gamma 2, I presume. Alone, basically, versus 3 members. 2 members with support on the HE3 side. Hopefully he can take out at least 1 ship before he goes down and make up for the other team, or for his other friendly losses. LEMU in the other lane being much more aggressive and not, well, they will be pushed back in that lane as well. LEMU not able to reinforce the correct spots. They lost that control on that beta lane, on that forward base over there, and just tumbled down afterwards. Didn't have enough momentum to keep going and just got pushed back. Someone jumping out, VLR in the Corvette, possibly going out to help the other lane. Southern and Kurt here in their own little offensive, but they won't last very long. 2-on-3 scenario. Especially since neither one of them is a Corvette. Y'all are very far away, not able to assist in this fight. Kirkwu and the Corvette jumping out very nicely. So very far away from the fight. Gravy does go down, nice pick off from Kurt. Southern does go down as well in return. Fox being a bit too close to that the Enforcer, of course not being able to do much about firing angle. He tries to boost away with harpoons. Pull is not quite enough to keep him. He gets out, but Tajiri's following him. He does get behind Tajiri. He has a chance to jump out right now. But I don't think he'll make it even if he does. He tries to get close to Tajiri. He tries to put one last volley. He misses the last 2 shots and goes down without getting that last kill. Jerry survives to see another day, as HE3 are now capping Alpha 1 with 2 ships. It's going to require a response from LEMU to get into this lane and help Kirkwu defend it. Being the only defending person, Kirkwu won't live very long, especially with 2 corvettes and 1 brawler. Kirkwu does start up the jump before the concuss goes out, I believe, and lives. HE3 having a free spot in the enemy team's base. Right here, I believe, yes. They start jumping in, but they realize there's a lot of defense already a large response against them. Fox is fairly close, but Dasein had already targeted the brawler. Bellegarde pulling him away from his teammates, not the worst idea now, since almost all of them are ranged. And Bellegarde being the only close ranged one. Gamma coming up once more. HE3 now responding very much more handily with 1 ship down, unfortunately. The remaining 4 ships are inside the field already with no response from LEMU. That's not good. It's gonna cap so fast for HE3, they already have it. For LEMU. Even though HE3 has a very slow composition. I need to get over to Alpha to see how that cap is going there. It is 1 brawler, 1 Gamma 3 infused brawler up against all the others. He's taking a lot of damage, but he's not taking... He is taking enough damage now. Cravey puts out his heal drones and takes out that brawler with Gamma 3. A very nice pick off for the team without losing a single person, I believe. At the end of the 20-minute mark, we are extremely even on resources. 100 difference in resources for both teams. LEMU on the quote-unquote upper end of that spectrum. And in this lane, the other side of this lane, we have a big push from 2 corvettes and an enforcer. A very support-heavy push with only Kirkwu defending once again. Vijiri hoping, I hope Vijiri will retreat and come help out with this push. He will. Bellegarde already here, Kirkwu will go down. If LEMU can defend against this, they may be able to. It's a slim chance, but well, Kirkwu is gonna live for a very long time. There's 3 corvettes in LEMU's base right now. There we go. Now there's just 2 corvettes. As another member from HE3 comes in, LEMU also responding. Only 2 corvettes. So far, cap rate is stabilized at 90%. Oh, it's going up. It's really close. They need to get rid of those corvettes. They need to get rid of someone. 8%, 9, 100%, just like that. I believe the turning point of that game was Gamma 3 for LEMU. They should not have let that go so easily. They might have lost track of it, or hoped taking out that 1 brawler at the end would have been enough to actually defend against the push, but Gamma 3 is a bit too hefty for that. After an extremely good game, HE3 take it 2-0, I believe. As we look at the score screen here, the most impressive stuff I see are 14 captures on Fox as the Hunter and 10 and on Gravy as a Disruptor. 13, both tied for first on HE3's side for Corvette and Enforcer. I love those high numbers of captures. That a 22-minute game, that's a fairly mature game for sure. and the amount of captures shows how hard each side is trying. I believe both teams would like a word now, say stuff about what just happened. Probably should have left that open very well. Let me see if they both have gathered yet. They have. I'll go and say hi then. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
How were those matches then for you guys?
Well, they're not over yet.
I couldn't target for
Is
the
it a
first
best
half
of
of the
5?
game.
Yeah, it's a best
Yeah.
of 5.
Oh, okay. I thought it was best of 3. My bad.
Nope.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay, fine. God. I don't remember which one I came from. There we go. Okay, it's best of 5 then. God, I even put in the title best of 3. More casting it is. Make the title. There we go. Grumble, grumble. Well, now we sit here waiting for the next team comp then, and do it all over again. No one tells me anything, grumble, grumble. Make me look stupid and jerk. I'll show them someday. I like Sequel, it's a fun emote. Only reason I can say it's a best of 5 is because the players just told me. That's basically the reason. Oh, well, I'm still not gonna complain. It's a nice amount of matches I'd love to cast. Even though I do have to get up in a few hours. I know I updated the title. It might just be Twitch being slow, hopefully. Time to check if I updated the title properly. Need to save, good. Just to be sure, 'cause I'm sure it was saved before too. Have a wait screen. Wondering if I should pump out some disco mid, you say. While we wait for LEMU's comp, that is. Not quite as funky as the other one, but oh well. I was just sitting there, just lost in the music for some reason. Now I can actually join the spectators now. As a spectator, that is. I wonder what's going to be put on the table this time. Alright, I might be getting it from LEMU now, their composition. I got it, yay! So we are ready to go. LEMU will be joining up now. By now I meant like a minute ago. We're good to go for the potentially final match. He3. Take that speech I made last game, push it to this game. Yeah. Hope LEMU takes it. Underdogs, underdog apparently. Not sure if you can legitimately say they're an underdog, but the 2-0 score makes me think so. Obviously underdog not being very offensive term. Oh my god, there's sound in space. Oh, wow. It's almost like this is a game or something. I read a post on Reddit about exactly that. The author said, or the original poster said, don't apply science or that kind of logic to that post, but like half the people that commented still did. Here both teams are switching up. We will get going in 40 seconds. As we're just stretching, get out those mouse moving muscles to do this right. Are we getting position in alpha? Probably should go to beta instead. Probably where the 3 are going to be. But I think these teams actually like, or He3 actually likes going 3 to alpha. So let's see what we got here. Enforcer, dual brawler Corvette, exact same setup. I'm sure you all know what that means. Dual hunter, dual enforcer, disruptor, much more aggressive. Potentially aggressive, much more damage. And almost complete maneuverability. If they utilize that mobility properly and can stay far enough away from this force, the hunters at least, and disruptor, then they're good. They just need distance, that's all they need. The enforcers kind of need to be close to hit, but He3 being very aggressive in this match. In alpha so far, pushing up to the second one. Brawler, exact same set of brawlers coming up to help the enforcer soon enough. Dual enforcer hunter going up to this mid base, hoping to pump out to way much more damage. Straight past the base. Oh, Kurt's in a very fast fight. Will take. Well, Rakoa decides to go after the brawler instead. I assume Kurt would have taken a lot of damage. I can only assume Max Cole was either fixated on the Corvette or wanted, or was disarmed rather. Rakoa now in a bad spot under fire from both range things. The Corvette not going down very quickly. Kajiri finishing off what the Enforcer started. Kurt will go down, possibly after dealing a bunch of damage if he can. The Jerry blinks defensively and takes no damage from that Enforcer. The Brawler does come in there. No, rather. The fight is still going on over there with the Brawler, between the Brawler and Corvette. Very interesting so far. I go to the other lane now. As we just miss a ship dying. One Brawler left over versus two of the most maneuverable ships in the game. Operator comes in to help that Brawler. Fox and Gravy taking good control of the lane, making use of that ability of Brawlers to move. Hehe. I left the waiting screen up. And now, as you may expect, things are happening. Where are they? Things just started happening. Fox starting to fire on Dasein. A little bit of help from the Disruptor, but Fox is going to need to knock it in 6 kilometers of that Brawler lest he can get hit by. And concuss, he does get heal drones and he will manage to stay way far away from that Brawler. Trying to go after the Corvette more than likely. Starting to attack the enemy forward base. Fox gets in there. Gravy sort of left out alone, but with the Corvette running away, not much will kill Gravy. Fox now knows he needs to run away. I just his windows back up real quick. Helio. Corvette jumps back in behind Fox as he starts to run away. Gravy will still live, probably long enough for his heal drones to come off cooldown. I think the other lane has been completely dominated by He3. Just completely dominated. Kajiri trying to take out the Corvette once again. Will manage to fairly easily actually. If he can get around station properly. If he can take this guy out, it won't mean much since respawn times are so low, but it will mean those Brawler or the Brawler Enforcer over here our defenses for a bit, and with Rako and Belgard coming in to help, the Jerry can really make use of this. But at such low health, he'll have to jump down back in. Getting a really good shot onto Kurt. No damage armor anyway. Krakoa does get brawlered and will continue to get brawlered. Probably die. Links over to the other side of the brawler to try and mess up the cannons, but doesn't work very well. Belgard now left with the duty to take out this half-health brawler. He gets a bit of help from the friendly hunter. He will take down the brawler after the brawler takes out one ship and a hefty chunk out of another. Heading over to the beta, it seems He3 are being aggressive there. Maybe not so much aggressive, but maneuvering smartly, it seems. around the brawler. They don't want to get close. The best idea possible at this point. Operator once again left alone, with only the hope of the enforcer over there to come and help. The enforcer not decided to come in to help the Corvette. Corvette stuck on the station, tries to jump out, very likely a bad idea. Yup. Almost instantly killed with the broken armor and heavy cannons of Foxy Hunter. Gamma, 60-second gamma warning goes out, I believe. Some members from He3 are already responding to it. 3 members of He3 have a large, almost potentially a time waste for them, getting there much too early, as LEMU is providing no resistance at the moment, and they are capping forward base in Alpha 1 right now, so Gamma 1 will not be capped very quickly. They have to devote resources to defending this other lane, which is somewhere in this general direction. Here we go. Rocco is carrying He3 out of Gamma, making it take even longer to cap. Gamma 1 not too important. Rocco goes down without taking a kill. Jerry hoping will likely be able to get a kill here. He just needs to blink away very smartly like that, dodging the second harpoon from the other brawler, and Gamma is actually tied right now. I did not expect it to get tied. LEMU pumping out a good defense. Most of He3 members have left the field, and they are not actually capping it. Fox will possibly go down as this brawler comes closer. The Yalda are really trying his hardest to, well, stay alive, I suppose. Unfortunately, most members of LEMU have to leave the Gamma 1, and He3 manages to take it after a longer fight than I expected. Belgar Maxwell goes down, and Rakoa, strangely, is really close in his enforcer self, trying to deal some last shots, but really risking it. He is level 5 versus level 4 other team. The entire He3 team is actually 4,000 resources behind almost, which is one full level nearly. And Kurt does a really good shot and takes out the one enforcer I forgot who was. 4 members for He3 go to Alpha, the last remaining one goes to Beta. It'll be interesting to see which side LEMU takes to defend the most. It seems as though they haven't devoted all their resources just yet. If LEMU want to win this one, they really need to pay attention to gas 2. That will be the deciding factor at this point. I really hope they go for it. Long range support from a Corvette on that enforcer. Enforcer is going behind the station, so that support isn't very useful anymore. And he's back out in the open, so this fight will take some time. Gravy just needs to put heal drones on Fox, the one who's taking damage, or it won't go very well. Fox being the damage dealer of this entire group. More members from He3 come to help. Fox blinking behind enemy lines to that Corvette once again. It may seem very repetitive to do this, but well, they weren't able to do much this time, but it's possibly the best thing you can do. Take out the Corvette in such a group as that. Just Dassign here, yes, Jerry. And now helped out by Gravy and the rest of the almost the rest of the team members. Dassign will go down, a good pickoff for LEMU. Want to see what's happening over at this base. Rakoa here. Long range standoff between him and Kurt, both in enforcers. Krakoa goes in and jumps out in between Kurt's firing times. Kurt manages to get a huge volley off just in time. Krakoa not quite managing that timing correctly. Very risky play. He could have just stayed down there and warped out. I'm not sure. There may have been some indecisiveness in him, wanting to either attack or hop over and. Where's the other base? Here we go. Actually, help out here. He3 members not doing too well, getting a fair amount of cap, 21%. Nothing to scoff at, but the Disruptor, I believe, died. And with Gamma coming up relatively soon, if those two members on H3's side cannot respawn, it's looking better for LEMU than it should. Bellegarde, I think, is going to Gamma possibly? No, he's jumping home, right, way too long jump time. Alpha 2 under attack by these peeps. They're trying to do the same magic with Krakoa, but not quite able to do it, going down to the entire LEMU force as they now head over to Gamma. He3 first on the scene with one brawler, not a very big respondents, but He3 also pushing up in beta, wanting to quickly go from Gamma to ending the game. Not much responding so far from LEMU. They really need to get in there to stay in this entire series. One boosting enforcer gets in there, and a secondary member for He3 comes in here, which means this enforcer will be basically nothing. And Tajiri comes in as well, just in time to help out with that Corvette. Bellegarde starts taking a lot of punishment from that brawler, and the brawler being healed, so it's not going to go so well for Bellegarde. He tries to go for Corvette, I believe, but Bellegarde goes down, and then leaving Gamma 2 entirely open to He3. Tajiri just trying to do some picking off, but a very unfortunate loss. LEMU trying to push forward once again in beta, like they did the first game in the series. And this time much more successfully, as Alien 3 is not able to respond with the same respond in kind like they did that first game. Both forward bases almost being lost. 2 LEMU members. Tajiri doing a very good job kiting once again. Most He3 members are defending in their base, waiting for that inevitable push. But I'm not sure LEMU has their forces gathered, so they can't make a certified push just yet. Or maybe they don't want to. Gamma 2 is still very much a problem, and just waiting it out, making them waste Gamma 2, waiting for Gamma 3 to become an option, and try again, is a much better choice. He3 has nothing to do but wait for Gamma 2 to expire, basically. Tajiri will indeed get out very much alive, and hopefully capture that middle base on his way out. LEMU still with 3,000 resource gap now. 1 level ahead still. Very freshly so. Tajiri has not had a chance to level up quite yet. Tajiri wanted to pick off that Corvette. See what's happening in this lane. Fox being a little bit too risky, getting in there with He3's members. Too close. 4 members from He3, 3 members from LEMU. Krakoa jumping out to home, switching lanes, more than likely. I just noticed LEMU has actually captured one of the mining bases in Alien 3's base. I didn't notice that. I'm not sure when they did that. It must have been in this recent push. I'm not sure if it's been any longer than that recent push. It's been quite the toll on He3 throughout this game. A small force defending this beta lane for LEMU as drones start to show up. Another reinforcement comes in. Still 4 members from He3 pushing down this lane. No doubt without Gamma 2 now. The Brawler is the first to get in there. Fox should be shooting off warning shots. He needs to blink out of there. He does not before the Conquest gets in, and Fox is basically cannon fodder at this point. He actually might have been disarmed at that point. And now he's trying to go after that Corvette. He has an opportunity to blink out and has heal drone on, so he's gonna live after all. Up close here we have the Brawler going down. Almost both Corvettes, I believe, heal them. Or at least the one Corvette. Is it 2 Corvettes? It is 2 Corvettes. 2 Corvettes heal them. And another should be forced to go down for LEMU's side. Finally, Gravy is over there trying to attract attention. Jerry a bit too close to that Brawler, gets concussed, but it won't do much. I believe he'll be able to get out in time. 2 Corvettes do not have a substantial amount of DPS. He blinks behind the shield, which means it'll take forever for Brawler or anyone to capture him. Gravy also still alive. Fox there. None of them able to do very much if they jump to their base. And now they're just going to be very close to that Brawler. This bubble He3 over here. I see the remnants of an attempted push in Alpha from LEMU, but that was abandoned for probably the aggression from He3 in Beta. Now ships are responding. Low health ships from LEMU are the only ones left. Helter Maskell respawns. He needs to really make this life worth it, or they lost it. Capturing is evened out, so it's not actually working in HCP's favor. Delta Maskell takes out one of the Corvettes, and the second reinforcement comes in, taking out the other Corvette very shortly. Now a very bad fight for He3, but they are still going to get Gamma, I believe. LEMU too preoccupied with what's going on in their base, but 2 members for He3 are down. They will not benefit from Gamma. That's at least something going for LEMU's favor. Not even close to being on time. Belgard Max Pull and the rest of LEMU hang their head in shame. A straight in point, straight to the enemy base. He3 jumps to Alpha 2, if I could ever remember which keybinds are which. Straight behind your final station, death sign, Kurt going down, Belgard Max also going down. Both forces are very dangerously low. Most of the damage for LEMU is now dying in this jump out. Just jump in from He3 on this forward base. 2 members on both sides have died. I believe one member who had Gamma is also dead on He3's side. Might have been 2. Disruptor goes down. Enforcer goes down, evening it out slightly more. No support for either side. 1 Brawler versus 2 Hunters. This will not go well for... especially if he tries to jump out, and then this 1 Corvette offering himself up. No one jumped into the enemy base. No one... Well, this Corvette will likely get a kill. Oh! Corvette doesn't quite get him. Fox jumps far away. Is it far enough? It is! He does manage to survive from that Corvette assault. And he's not getting any closer. Now it's just Pajiri here to finish off Galar. Fox actually did die, I think. A little bit too close to those drones. And there goes the Corvette. Gamma 3 is no longer an issue, I believe. I believe everyone who had it died. now as both teams reorient themselves and think of what they need to do now. Southern Wolverine being the only member of He3 in Alpha. Fairly risky for him to stay. I assume he'll jump out instead of trying to attack this major force that will no doubt overwhelm him. Strange blink from He3. I wonder if they probably did not know he was there. That was very sneaky from that brawler. I only assumed it because I saw the health bar, but He3 did not know that brawler was there. Managed to get caught by the concuss. I don't think the harpoon though. They aren't quite close enough. He will not get him. The concuss wears off way too soon. And just as I thought, he dealt a lot more damage than I thought he would, but of course is a bit too powerful. Corvette does come in to help, but only thing that needs to happen is that force those shots need to go off, and there we go. Another good pickoff. Bellegarde just needs to get out of there. Unfortunately, Mr. Hunter there didn't quite have the time to get out. Bellegarde trying to go after another kill, it seems. That, unfortunately, he's actually trying to escape. I was hoping he'd do this well far away from anyone who can deal damage. The Corvette will not deal anywhere near enough damage. Escapes with his life. In beta, colorful lane. Small fight going on. LEMU being quite aggressive. Operator hiding behind the shield. Calling for teammates. Fox and Gravy coming around the field. The second Corvette here to help him. I don't think that's going to help quite enough. That's shields don't quite stack, unfortunately, so almost waste the cooldown. Could have had it much longer, but that a smart blink from that Hunter. And a retreat from General LEMU forces. Gamma coming up in 60 seconds. If I'm not wrong, this next one will decide the fight, decide the game rather. No ships are pretty near being in fights. I'm pretty sure Fox and Gravy don't want to engage on this. So I have no doubt they will escape. Hopefully they're preparing Gamma. Fox does go in on the two Corvettes. They actually decide to be very aggressive here. Hopefully not giving up Gamma 3. It'll be a huge mistake. They decide to be aggressive, these two members instead. The rest of LEMU nowhere to be seen. Gravy will soon go down. He does pop his heal drones. That sign gets the harpoon off and the concuss off. A small bit of ramming happens. Fox might be able to do a blink out of there. If he does it right now, he does. Gets out of there alive. One Corvette, I believe, went to... well, didn't really go anywhere, did he? Oh right, it was actually a Disruptor, my bad. LEMU have now actually pushed into He3's territory. He3 having Gamma 3, it's not looking very good for LEMU if they can manage to cap this before 3 other members in the other base cap that one. This is the other base. This is their friendly base, never mind. I thought wrong. It's He3 who is attacking LEMU here, my bad. I did it completely backwards for no reason. Ship Gravy is the only one left defending the main base. All other ships have died. He3 gets in just in time, but I believe they had Gamma 3, so even being one level higher did not matter. LEMU with a pretty nice lead on resources the entire game. Didn't unfortunately mean much since they didn't cap Gamma very often. They did do a very good job of delaying the enemy, however. Keeping the enemy at bay when they had Gamma, but completely giving up Gamma, that's not going to win you a game at all. Outstanding scores, we have 10 kills on Kurt, a nice amount of kills, and a large amount of captures for pretty much every teammate on the He3 side. On LEMU we have 15 captures on Fox as a hunter, a nice large amount. And of course 15 assists on Vialar as a Corvette. Always nice to see supports getting absurdly high numbers of assists. 26-minute game, longest game of this series. Well played by both teams. Now, I believe the best of 5 is over 3-0. If, no wait. My bad, LEMU won. Yes. This is the ally team in defeat, so it's 3-1, no 2-1. So one more game. 2 more games maybe. Question mark? I think I'm confusing myself so much right now. I have actually confused myself to the point I don't even know who won anymore. I can see it right here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and ask to make sure. I confused myself that game. Who won? The wonders of ADD. It all started with me mixing up blues and reds. I should have just remembered Team Friendly was at the bottom, and the team at the top was being captured. Which means He3 won. Apparently I just got a message that I'm not streaming the match. For my information. Question mark? I see the button that says stop streaming there, which means I think I am. I haven't gotten word back, so I don't know who won. It's pretty sad, I know that I don't know who won. I'm guessing He3. Yeah, they dragged me into the channel. Yeah, they won. Hey, He3 win. I knew that.
Well, they didn't have anybody in our base.
No.
Yeah, they didn't.
Hold up, what?
I don't know because Space Game crashed for me.
They were.
We won. I'm pulling up video
Yeah.
files right now. I'm going to send that
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah, they weren't cap based.
Yeah, they weren't capping at all.
Yeah, they had
They got us to like 60% or something like that.
I have the video file. I'm opening that up right now. We did not lose that. Holy mackerel.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yay for the bug.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close. Well, I mean, it was a hell of a game, but you know what I mean in terms of percentage.
Yeah. I love how we pulled that off and we were a level under.
Hey. Are you? Alright. Well, because we won that one.
You guys certainly won that one.
That's an awesome
The
book.
score screen
You
messed
said
me up
that-
a whole
I was about to
bunch.
say, how could
I was pulling up the video files on that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
we just got out of
Nice
this
game.
technical.
We were about ready to pull up video files and say,
Looked like it was one.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey,
Good games, guys.
Good
Good
game.
game. That was really hard. Oh.
That base race, man.
Yeah. I gotta say,
Williams race at all.
By the way, Fox, that dance between in the first match between Gravy, you, Operator, and me, that was fun. Oh, and annoying.
That's how they dance in Jamaica, boy. Fucking twerk dancing all over the place.
Oh, so was
All
Gravy's
the
ass
walls
bouncing
and
in my face.
that's the best games I've ever had on this game, ever.
He3 redeemed themselves. We lost you guys last time. Oh,
Gravy, you keep getting really quiet.
that was fun. Gravy, you did a great job there.
Good games, guys.
Yeah, well played.
Okay, I legitimately did bring up the video files, and yep, I see He3 in there and less than 50% cap in the other base, so yeah, it's confirmed, for sure.
Yeah, we weren't capping at all.
I wonder if it's because you were a spectator. Maybe that was weird.
Spectator glitch.
But he was a spectator for our team.
Yeah. Well, on the basically, if you're looking at the end of the match, everyone goes to 100%.
Yeah, true.
That's probably the glitch.
That was totally weird because we were looking at that and we were like, hold it, it said victory on our screen. It
Yeah.
showed
I crashed.
no one in the base, and it was like, whoa.
You guys did a really good job. I was really happy to pop in at the last minute and get to see the end of that. That was really nice for everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations. Good night, you guys.
It was really nice.
Oh.
I did see
I
some
think
very
most of my
impressive
team,
plays.
I think
Sorry.
most of my team has agreed that the shield on the Corvette may need to be dropped from.
What's wrong?
It's more like the Disruptor could have its drones like wiped by by fighters, but yeah, I thought you guys had it after I threw Gas 3.
The drones were never an issue, and Gas 3 really doesn't matter. We just ignored it for the most of the point because you can't win that against 2 brawlers and 2 Corvettes.
Yeah.
No, I said we threw it though.
Oh,
I was
The thing is,
I was
gas,
talking about-
for that team comp. Yeah, that our goal was really to try to dominate gas every time we could, and yeah, with 2 brawlers, that's why I think most of the games you guys were like, all right, let's try to move around and cap them. You ended up forcing us to stay out of the lanes and avoid gas, which you know, I mean, that end of that last game, it was like we're all at that forward base. As soon as Kurt capped, I was like, you know what, I'm going. If I die, fuck it.
Would have been over earlier if I didn't hit jump, thinking I could bust through earlier.
Yeah, I was kind of curious why you did that.
Well, I thought you actually were dead. I actually thought I had the other brawler back there, and I was like, okay, I can jump. And then wait, that brawler's gone.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
oops.
That brawler was a Corvette.
Yeah, that brawler.
I mixed up the voices, legitimately.
And the-
So all you had to do was hold, and I would have been able to jump through.
Yeah, so that was me doing a stupid play and thinking I had a brawler with Al.
I've got one question. Did anybody on the stream see my miss jump?
I didn't notice any
anybody-
misjumping, actually.
It was the worst miss jump ever.
That darn jump widget bug.
Was it during the fight, and did it cause you to die? I know I did notice some of those jumps.
I was supposed to jump home, and I used normal jump to jump home, and then I was stood.
That wasn't nearly as bad as the fun one I got of I tried to blink behind some Corvettes and the blink stopped and then initiated 5 seconds later and then I was just suddenly there.
Was
And I
that a
kinda like,
gas?
what happened?
Oh wow.
Is that a gas or a base?
No, it was at I think no, it was at Beta 1.
Yeah, that's when you and I were defending the station operator.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Kurt, did you like getting shot at by a sideways hunter on the base?
Oh,
there was a lot of hunter action.
There was,
I was through most of the match unable to actually target, so if you can't target, you can't hit a disarm.
Yep.
In what
Yeah.
game?
That second game, I wasn't able to target anybody. The only way I was able to target is if I got lucky and one of my shots landed to hit you, then the auto target would happen. But the most of the game, I couldn't target anybody unless you were 3K away.
So like,
Wow.
could you try to untarget, or it just the T was like useless?
Yeah, nothing. It did nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
He was blind firing for a lot of it.
Yeah, I wasn't able to hit anything, and so most of the time, I just got lucky with the lucky hit, and then I was able to shoot it. Yeah, but
Oh,
other
at
than
least
that,
you're in a Corvette, because fuck, you're in like a Hunter or something. I've been like Alt F4.
Yeah.
Would take my chances to try to jump back in the game.
Well, Alt F4 pause game, waiting to reconnect.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you see a wild Zoma pop into the game.
Yeah.
Just make a substitution.
I mean, I missed a couple of heals because of it too. I was just like, I couldn't target on someone. The heal beam kind of slightly goes off, and I wasn't able to hit the heal
Yeah.
on several keys.
Yeah. I definitely understand that.
I don't
Alright,
actually think that's a new bug for the Corvette. I think I've had a few instances where I couldn't seem to like target someone as well, and that was me playing a Corvette too. But I haven't experienced that problem with the new patch and hotfix, so it might just been for the older one.
Maybe. I
What
don't know. I
was
don't
your
think
guys'
I've ever had an
moralities?
issue with it.
What were you guys' moralities and thoughts behind picking your team compositions this time?
I guess for ours, we took a lot of experimenting with it beforehand, and we just found that we really wanted to go in dominating gas. I mean, we knew the Xeric meta with the Hunters is going to be pretty strong for captures, so we knew gas. The early game, it was really our biggest worry, because you could probably see that in my lane with Dace and Gravy and Fox, is that they could easily move around. It was really hard for us to try to maintain in between them and try to force Fox to blink or jump and with the harpoon. So trying to survive at least until gas 1 and after was kind of the biggest concern, because we knew the double bro, you'll win Gamma pretty much every time if you keep together and call out your primaries.
Yeah.
It's not just that. The two brawlers and the two Corvettes can hold down essentially anything by themselves. It's such a strong combination that I think it might be one of the most overpowered combinations in the entire game currently. There's not really much that actually can defeat that. We were sitting there talking for a lot of the time, well, what could possibly actually do that without being tactless and just cloning the setup as well?
Right.
And guess what?
For the
That's
past week and a half we were trying to figure out how can we do to stop this.
Yeah.
We had entire sessions of here's our practice session. Here's our team comp. Do whatever you are gonna do to beat this, and we did that for like 3 or 4 days, and we were like,
was honestly, I mean, the one thing that gave us, the sniper build was probably the one thing that gave us trouble, because if they focused the Corvettes, the snipers could do enough damage where the other guys could kind of take you down, but they still couldn't do anything in Gamma.
The sniper can actually shoot the Corvette.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can get the Corvettes at half heal with that first volley, then you've already got them closer to getting down. And that's the only time I had problems, was against a really good sniper. They could get those support ships down enough where the rest of the team could kind of move in. I mean, you lose maybe a capture person, and then the sniper in Gamma was able to keep us either from jumping or we had to deal with it. So having an enforcer or even an equalizer as our 5th ship would help kind of take out that sniper.
Yeah, I think the closest
Reaper
match...
might work as well.
No, I don't.
No, the two Reaper problem was that they couldn't, with the Corvette there, it was kind
They
of
can't
hopeless.
take the point away from the brawlers.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I mean, gas and the enforcer would just jump on top of them.
And the entire point of this team comp is we were like, so why is someone was saying, well, you're immobile, and I was like, who cares? You jump back, they can't kill you. You kill them because they're close to you when you jump back to that home station.
Right. An early game, you're trying to beat their capture rate so low that you can get the brawler in, and then concuss just keeps them from escaping.
And enforcer.
As me and Gravy got into your base multiple times, and just being in there once is a 50% cap.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that being able to gauge when you guys could get to that base and trying to either get back the cap, it was like, all right, we got to gamble with jumping back, and then it was like stay in base, try to kill them, and then just hold it the forward operating bases, you know? And that's why gas became so important, because if we could hold gas, it gave us the advantage to outcap.
Well, the closest game was the last game, and that's when we completely just ignored gas and went for caps.
I was waiting for the 4 of you or the 3 of you that were in A to come after me, and I'm just sitting there at gas going, nope, okay.
Gas actually kills you, because you go in, we wipe you at gas, and then we're able to push pretty much uninhibited.
Yes, that was a very nice 3 games from He3 and LEMU, obviously. And in that TeamSpeak, apparently Kurt like dying or something. The main things to note: He3 had a very slow setup versus a very quick setup that got even quicker as the matches went by on LEMU's side. I was really surprised to see that LEMU didn't manage to pull out a win while abusing their mobility over the immobility of He3's. The 2 brawler 2 Corvette combo was apparently extremely strong. I will be happy to see them in a few days, probably in the finals of this tournament, I suppose. Loa versus He3. It's going to be a great game. If that one doesn't get at least 2-1 or something, then I'll, yeah, well, you know, like, eat something I wouldn't ordinarily eat. No promises, though. Thank you for coming out. It's been fun. The usual random mess-ups and technical difficulties, namely the waiting screen. Thanks for sticking up with it, and have a great day. I don't really know when OBS is actually going to end the stream.